LinkedIn is a scary platform to a lot of young people because they don't know what to talk about. It's a platform that requires a more professional tone, so they're not so used to it, and they see it as a platform to just find jobs. And they're not wrong, but at the end of the day, LinkedIn is a social media platform like any other. And if you're under 25 years old and you're trying to build a reputation, experience, and a network, in person or remotely, that will allow you to have a career path in your life, you should be spending more time on LinkedIn than on other platforms. Because many young people need to develop skills like public speaking, management, negotiation. I mean, the list is pretty long, and the beauty of LinkedIn is that these topics are being discussed on a daily basis in the comment sections or through content. People are sharing their personal experiences, feedbacks, stories about when they worked at a certain company. And if you actually consume this content on a regular basis, you have a mentality that will be 3 or 5 years ahead of people your age.
Sometimes my genius it's almost frightening.
Now, why am I talking about all this if my job is content production? Because I believe that if you want to produce content to a platform, first you need to understand what type of conversations people are having in it, how much people are comfortable to share on the platform, what type of behavior people usually have on a platform, and what topics are being discussed most of the time and what topics are not, so you can produce better content to that platform. Now, to not make you waste your time, let me tell you how you should be spending this time on LinkedIn. The first thing you need to do is figure out what industry you want to work or what industry you want to be engaged in. Then connect with people that worked in the past in that industry or are working in that industry. Make small talk, interact with their posts, maybe interact with comments that they've left on someone's content so they can get to know your personality a little more. The second thing you need to do is create content around the topics that you see most of the time on the platform. If you're not a video person, you can write. LinkedIn allows you to do that. The only thing you need to be mindful is your behavior on the platform, because the difference between LinkedIn and other platforms is if someone visits your profile, they can see everything that you've done on the platform, every comment, every post that you interact with. So if you say to someone that you're like this, but on the platform you behave in another way, they will see that you're being a liar. And the last thing you need to do is to try really hard to not sell yourself too much. People on LinkedIn are pretty mature and they're not dumb. They know that there are a lot of people who consider themselves experts and coaches, and at the end of the day, they don't provide a service or a product, they're just selling courses. The last thing people want is be bothered by another person who's trying to do the same. So try to be a giver most of the time on LinkedIn, because when people on LinkedIn see your reputation, how you behave, who you are, what you're able to do, without trying to sell it too hard, trying to sell yourself too hard, they will actually endorse your skills, recommend you, or maybe hire you, but if you allow them to get to know you better. If you've watched the video until now, thank you for your attention. I hope you got some good takeaways from this video. I will probably be making more videos about content on LinkedIn in the future. If you want to check out what I do on other platforms, just click in the first link in the descriptions. Remember to subscribe and leave your feedback, because this helps the channel growth, and it also helps me understand what type of content you need more or you want to consume more.